Jesus Clark makes history tonight in the thriller win over the Seattle Storm. To all the haters, to all the naysayers, to all the people that jumped off the train, they said she's washed. They said she can't compete. They said she can't handle the physicality, aka assault, in the WNBA. They said she's not good enough. What does it taste like? Huh? What does it taste like in your mouth? What does I feel like a dumbass taste like? What does it taste like in your mouth? The Indiana Fever pulls off the win over the Seattle Storm. Chelsea Gray, a.k.a. Duck Feet, a.k.a. Wobble Queen, and Asia Civil Rights. All my life I had to fight. Django Roots, Rosewood Wilson are drunk. They've had way too many shots of the victim juice. It's all over the place in Seattle, in Vegas. It's all over the place wherever they go, okay? Paige Beckers, a.k.a. Paige Dozel, is joining the NAACP. She's going through her humiliation ritual. Is Sophie Cunningham, a.k.a. the Nubian White Princess, has a shoe, and the slows and the freedom riders and fighters are mad. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro. Are you not entertained? Let's go! The Nubian White Princess, this point is famous.
Under 10, Clark, fire.
White Sheeza! Let's go, Sheezers! Let's go, Sheezers!
If you plan on having her available tomorrow yet?
As of right now, but, we'll see. I mean, as of right now, the plan is for her to be available tomorrow.
Steph, along those lines, how do you kind of grade what progress looks like for Caitlin? Obviously, a lot of probably depends on how she feels, but is she getting better?
Yeah, I mean, you have to ask her that. I mean, I think subjectively, it's how she feels. I think from our standpoint, it's how she looks, her endurance, her efficiency, how well she's moving. So again, it's collaborative. It's making sure we get her feedback, making sure that she's comfortable and confident, getting feedback from the medical staff and then helping build. I mean, again, when you come back from injury, it's mentally, it's just as hard as it is physically and helping continuing to build confidence.
Steph, been a while since we saw Seattle.
All right. What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, theys, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJ So Foolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360. What's up, W360 Nation? What's going on, people? Let me get myself adjusted here. All right, I painted this wall, okay? I did, and I tried to make how bad it looks even. Okay, this is about even. I try to make the white even where I messed up the paint. What's going on, W360 Nation? Glad to have you here tonight. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. W360 Nation, I see you in the chat. What's going on, folks? What's going on? I see y'all in the chat, okay? Stephanie Walk. I see you in the chat. Pam Thompson, 4750. I see you in the chat. What's up, Kelly? Is in the chat. Futuristic. J3I think that is in the chat. All right. Tanya is here on the Friday night. Is in the chat. All right. W360 Nation, let me know you here. Loose Balls 22 is in the chat. Okay. Theodora Mason 4996. I see you in the chat. Lisa G is here tonight. Lauren, I know you're out there. And Shade it's in the chat. What's up, W360 Nation, guys? Thank you so much. David Close 613 says, I'm here. What's up, guys? What's going on? Good Vibes 79. I see you in the chat as well. Welcome to the Friday night episode of the W360, okay? If you are new here, all right, make sure you subscribe to the W360 and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell your mother, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, and your brother to subscribe to the W360, okay? We're on the road to 10K subscribers. We have to grow this channel. There are things that are being planned for this channel, but the channel has to grow, okay? So make sure, in the best word, even though I know a lot of people like to say, you got to do this, you got to do this. In 2026, the best way to get yourself out there is word of mouth. Word of mouth is still very, very, very powerful, guys. So tell a friend to subscribe to the W360, okay? Tell the creepy family member. Tell that one family member in your family that's just a mess up. You know, the one family member that calls and no one answers the phone because they're asking for money. I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind. They always in a bind. Tell them next time they call you asking you for $5, tell them, hey, just go subscribe to the W360. All right, and I'll give you $5. Okay. Returning W360 Nation, I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. All right, we got a full show ahead tonight, folks. We're going to get into the game tonight. Boy, was it a game. Boy, was it a game. Okay, and make sure you like and share and comment. Do all the things YouTube like for you to do so the video can populate in the algorithm, okay? Boy, was it a game tonight. And as I'm watching this game, right, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're about to lose this game. There is no way they're about to lose this game. You know, especially when they lost the lead. And then I was thinking to myself, like, well, if White Jesus is on a minute restriction, this game is going down. And I think they said the hell with the minute restriction. We got to get this ball game. All right, we're going to talk about the Indiana and Seattle game. We're also going to get into, we have to talk about it, folks. Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray got a mean message. Oh, no. Chelsea Gray, a.k.a. Duck Feet, wobbled her way into her DMs and shared a screenshot of a mean message that she got on the internet. And she put out a narrative. She continued to push the narrative that Caitlin Clark fans are waces. They're waces. Kelsey Gray is... we're going to talk about that. Asia Wilson chimed in, okay? Because wherever there's a victim story, Asia Wilson is there to read it. Wherever there's a victim story, Asia Wilson is there to read it, okay? She's never going to miss out on the opportunity to be a victim, okay? I mean, we just got the freedom riders. They were typing away. Okay, because obviously, if you let Chelsea Gray and Asia Civil Rights Roots Django, all my life I had to fight, Rosewood Wilson, tell it, there are nooses hanging at the greens. We're going to talk about that. Paige Beckers is annoying. At this point, I think Paige Beckers is being hazed. I think she's trying to pledge, well, she's not pledging a sorority if I had to guess her pronouns. Paige Beckers is probably trying to pledge Alpha Phi Alpha. Paige Beckers wants to be a Q. I think we're going to look up and we're going to see Paige Beckers announcing a probate date. That's the only sense I can make of what Paige Beckers, a.k.a. Paige Dozel, is doing. She's pledging up fraternity, okay, down at Houston University. Okay, she wants to be a Q dog, okay? That's what's happening with Paige. That's the only thing I can think of with Paige. She's going to get cornrows, so they may cut her hair off. She's going to be in a probate soon. We're going to see her stumping and hollering. Kennedy Carter. I haven't been here for a while, folks, so I'm covering the stuff that I was looking at like. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Sophie White, Nubian Princess has a shoe. We're going to talk about all of this, guys. Full show ahead, okay? I'm going to try not to keep you too long tonight, but it's some things that I want to talk about. To everyone. I haven't even started yet, and Tyson is already laughing at me. All right, to everyone, I want to go ahead and say before I get the show started, to everyone that wished me a happy birthday this past week, or what's today's date? To everyone that wished me a happy birthday last week, guys, thank you so much. It was me and Sade's birthday, okay? So, celebrated and probably celebrated a little too much. I'm not exactly sure. But the celebration continues. The birthday lasts for a month. Birthdays last for a month. All right? But I'm getting too old, folks. I celebrated 2 nights. I had a couple of friends come in town. Went out and celebrated with him. Shout out to Tyson. I celebrated, had some other friends come, and I am all birthdayed and dinnered, and I want to do this for you out, all right? But thank you to everyone that told us happy birthday. I genuinely appreciate it, okay? All right. Let's get into the game. Keno Graham says Paige is pledging Beta Lambda Omega. I'm telling you right now, Paige is pledging a fraternity. Okay, Paige want to stomp with the big dogs. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right. It's a Gold Cup night tonight, folks. Who knows what's going to happen? right, let's talk about the game. Caitlin Clark, aka White Jesus. Let me get my stuff pulled up here. Let me get a little situated here. All right, I'm gonna take my time. There's a few things I want to say tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Thank you. What's up, Clara? I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I see some of y'all's names and I recognize it from like Twitter and of course seeing your names from each show. So when I see it, I'm like, oh, hey, girl. So I might get thrown off sometimes. So sorry about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I appreciate you. Peggy's in the building. What's up, Peggy Cole? She's in the building. Linda, thank you for the super chat. God, I love you, CCR Go. Linda, thank you for the super chat. Peggy says, let's go, CJ. Thank you so much, Badfield 492. I appreciate the super chat, guys. And if I am talking and missed your super chat, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Tanya Williams. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Let's just start here. Okay. I'd like to start right here. Caitlin Clark in 29. All right, 29 of those minutes, Caitlin Clark had 45 points, 2 rebounds, and 10 assists. Caitlin Clark on a minutes restriction game amongst all the mess that has been talked about her, amongst all the criticism, amongst all the pressure. White Jesus came out and put up 45 and 10. The damn girl didn't even play 30 minutes. It's so delicious. It's so delicious. You hear me? It's so delicious. I know the Jamel Hills. Jamel Hill, I know that black skin of yours is boiling, baby. I know it's boiling. I know Jamel Hill, Sinead Ogwumike, Andrea, Jason. I'm about to put you with them too. Now I got a lot of respect for you, Jason. I do, and some things I'd say. You know, Jason has a reputation that I respect, but Jason, you're this close. You're this close to get. You're on the list with Sinead Ogwumike. Jamel jump off a hill. Andrea Carter, Stinky Colson, and the rest of them who's been pushing this narrative, and because you want people to think White Jesus has fallen off, but you're all scrambling. Now you got to scramble and try to make yourselves look like you're, that, well, she had a good game. I can hear Sinead Ogwumike. I can hear her right now. Caitlin Clark, she is a good player. She did a phenomenal job. Hey, you can spare us the fakeness. I know you wish it was your sister that did that, but she's not going to do it. And if she did, nobody would care. Okay? So all of the freedom typers, all of the slows, all of the critics. What is that man's name? Eaton Thomas, who loves to just type out a bunch of articles. They're all scrambling. You're scrambling like roaches in the projects. You're just scrambling on what to say. This white girl done got 45 points and 10 boards on a minutes restriction. And I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about, well, this was against Seattle. It was against Seattle. Look at their game. Look at their record. Look at their record. Guys, I think it was the last episode. Is that picture still up here? It's not. I think it was the last episode, or it might have been the episode before then. Give me 1 second because I want to pull this image up. Here it is. I want to pull this image up, guys, just to remind you. I told you guys that this Seattle team, this wasn't going to be, a run over game. Now, I know their record. That record stinks. That record is a stinky, dirty diaper. That record stinks worse than somebody that just caught that parasite infection and went to the bathroom. That record stinks. But I'm telling you right now, that record is not a reflection of this team. I told you guys, I like them. I like Awa. I like Dawn. And you guys know I love Flau'jae. So I don't like that mother or that brother of hers. But I like Flau'jae. I like this squad. I think they have a bright future ahead of them, a few roster moves, and I think this squad is going to be they're going to be dangerous in the future. So I knew, especially without Aaliyah Boston, because this front office has no idea how to construct a championship roster because there's no inside presence. I knew that I knew it wasn't going to be a blowout game. I knew it wasn't, and this squad is not sorry. They don't stink. They're young. They're fresh. They're good. I love Awa. Okay. I don't know if the damn girl speaks English. I don't care. I love Awa. Her game. My goodness. I like her. So, Loose Ball 22 said Flau'jae was a little upset. I think it was in the game. I wasn't. That's in the game. But this squad is fun. They're fun. They're young. They just have a few pieces that they're missing, and I think they'll figure it out. Nonetheless, yes, with Aaliyah Boston being out this game, I did worry a little bit as far as who would crash the boards. But I will say KK Timpson, she did well tonight. KK did well, and her floor vision has drastically improved. Mo Billings she did fine on the glass tonight. But overall, it just comes down with this team. It's the same thing. It's just defense. It's just defense. There are way too many line drives these people just get to the basket on Indiana. People just get to the basket, but White Sheets has had a historic performance, and that's what took this team through the finish line, if you ask me. If we look at some stats from the game tonight, folks, let's take a look. We're going to start with White Sheets. It's the face of the league. The face of the league. Okay, this isn't a discussion. This isn't even a debate. Okay, this is just simply common sense. This is just simply common sense. The face of the league, White Jesus, 45 points. Oh, I said that. 45 points, 10 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Okay. Kelsey Mitchell, 30 points, 1 rebound, and donuts across the board. Kelsey Mitchell she had a turnover. Other than that, 30 points, 1 rebound, donuts. Mo Billings, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Mo was solid tonight. She was 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Michaela Timpson, 8 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Maisha Hines-Allen had 2 points. Okay, she had 2 points in 9 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Ty Harris, 5 points, 0 rebounds, 3 assists. Lexi Hall, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. She had 3 steals. The Nubian White Princess, Sophie Cunningham, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Damaris Dantes, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. I think Damaris had a rebound. Let's see. Oh, she got an O board. She got and she got a rebound as well. All right. Raven Johnson's minutes were useless. Damaris' minutes were useless as well. Okay. And like I said, Aaliyah Boston was out. Now, I will say Mo Billings' play on the glass was critical tonight. It was critical tonight. Mo Billings, she is the best bum that I've ever seen play. Okay? I've never seen a bum come through like Mo Billings come through. And I know. Y'all like Mo Billings. You think she hustles and this and that. I think Mo Billings is the best bum that I've ever witnessed play. She came through tonight. You hear me? Mo Billings came through tonight. White Jesus, you can see tonight, she looked comfortable tonight. She looked comfortable. I loved what she said at the end of the game, how if she missed one, she came back and shot it again. Okay, and that's what we need you to do, White Jesus. And that's what I was yelling to the TV. I said, take over, Jesus! Take over! And Steph, don't you pull her out. All right, we'll do the minutes restriction another game. All-Star is next week. They can rest then. Well, she's going to All-Star, but we need this game. I've said Mo Billings came through. I'm telling you, Mo Billings playing good. She came through. She's the best bomb that I've ever seen play. Mo Billings came through. She did. She was on the glass. She came through. Mo Billings hustles. She plays hard tonight. She did. She hustled and she played hard tonight. Okay. Dantes was out there trying to close her apple rings. That's it. Dantes had a few more calories to go to close her third ring. That was all Dantes was trying to do. That's it. She's a hard watch. Dantes is a hard watch. Dantes makes you question what are the requirements to make a WNBA roster. At this point, I think Dantes is paying Indiana to be on the roster. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But I'm not going to harp on Dantes. Tonight was a great game. It was fun. It was exciting. I don't think we've had this in a while. Okay. Let's take a look. Kat Lee says, did you close your ring, CJ? I'm almost there. Almost. All right, let's take a look at some plays from tonight, and then we can talk about the game a little bit more, and then we can move on, okay? Actually, before we go to the highlights, I want to highlight Seattle. I really like that squad, guys. Malonga had 28 points, 14 rebounds. Awa had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Awa hit a key 3. When she hit it, I was like, ugh. But I like her. I like Awa. All right, Flau'jae had 16.6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Natisha Stud Bud Heidemann the stud. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, and a steal. Melbourne had 15 points, a rebound, and 5 assists. Zia Cook, 5 points. What's going on with Zia? And I root for Zia Cook as well. Even though she come from that victim university, I like Zia Cook. I root for her. I don't understand what's going on with her. Katie Lou Samuelson, 8 points, and Stephanie Dolson had 2 points. Jordan Hurston didn't do much. All right. Let's take a look at some highlights from the game, folks, and then I want to come back. We can wrap up on the game, and I want to go ahead and move on, okay? Let's take a look. White Jesus. So Seattle, they cannot stop. They could not stop the backdoor cuts tonight, which is I'm glad that they kept going to. Their defense is terrible, but they couldn't stop the backdoor cuts. That's a youth problem. But that was a great look by Jesus to Kelsey Mitchell, and it was good to see Caitlin Clark and White Jesus. It seems like that they have, or they was able to touch on their chemistry a little bit tonight. Okay, you can see like the backdoor cuts. You can see them looking for each other, which it looks like, at least to me, over the last few games, it just looks like their chemistry was off. You know, so I was glad to see Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark kind of connect tonight. White Jesus! That's the Jesus we know. That's the Jesus we know. There we go. All night. All night. White Jesus. There. Oh, good look. Good look. Good look. The ladies are vibing.
To Adam Silver's comments on Caitlin.
All right, we'll get to Guma K in a minute, but that was just a few highlights, folks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ville Radio, I see you on Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the super chat. A tip for the giggles and great commentary. I appreciate it. All right. But also, in addition to tonight, Caitlin Clark, this was a career performance for her tonight, but also, I should have dragged this over. I thought I retweeted this. Let me make sure I get this right. She had another franchise record, if I'm not mistaken, tonight, but I want to make sure I get it right. You know, the slows love to say, she says the wrong things on the W360 and that wasn't right. But I know they said tonight she was the fastest player, if I'm not mistaken, to hit maybe 500 threes, but let me double check. Oh, 200. All right. In only 74 games, Caitlin Clark has become the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 200 career three-pointers. Melvin Harris, 6118, has nothing else to do tonight. All right. That Jergens lotion bottle is empty. All right. Angel Reese game is probably it's gone off, and you're waiting. You're frustrated. I know. It gotta suck. It gotta suck. It gotta suck. I know it's tough for you tonight. Your hands are dry. That Jergens bottle is empty, and now you're stuck sitting here watching me talk about Caitlin Clark, White Jesus, and it's a terrible Friday night for you tonight. We're not going to get rid of you out of the chat, okay, because I want to protect your mental health. If this is what you have to do to protect your mental health and sit and watch me, hey, you go for it. All right, Melvin. All right, Melvin. It's all right. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You push through, okay? You stay strong. You got it. You stay strong. All right? The rest of y'all, you guys stay strong. It's a long season ahead for you folks. All right? Now, I know your shrink isn't available right now. She probably told you she can call you in the morning. She's sick of you, just like your family is. And all of your friends are. They don't answer when you call either because you're a bore. You're a mood killer. And your Jergens lotion is out. Okay? And I know life might be bad for you, but you know what? Hey, you can't come over here and just take it out on people on the internet. That's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. Go write in your journals and go do your homework that your shrink and your therapist give you, okay? It's due at 12 o'clock. Go complete your worksheets. All right. Any thoughts on the game tonight, folks? Chat, W360 Nation. Before we move on, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the game tonight. Okay? I know it's tough. It's tough for the Melvins of the world, man. You just have to seethe. You just have to sit there and seethe in that black skin. You have to just fry. You're going to fry tonight like a slug on the sidewalk in Florida in July. Oh, it's so delicious. It's so delicious. Moderators, don't block anybody. Let them get it all out. Oh, this is delicious. I love it. I love it. I love them just scrambling. I love it. I love it. I love it. What's up, Sean? I love it. All right, America's team pulled out the win tonight. They have a game tomorrow, folks. We'll be tuned in tomorrow as well. All right. We'll be tuned in tomorrow as well. They play the New York Liberty tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time, which is Central. Eastern time, it'll be 8. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, it'll be 8. West Coast, what's that, 5? For y'all and everyone else that's watching all over, you guys just, figure out what time the games come on, okay? So they have a back-to-back. White Jesus was supposedly listed as, I think she was initially listed as out for tomorrow, but Stephanie White, here, I'll play with Stephanie White, had to say about Jesus playing, and then we can move on, folks. We can move on, okay? Here's what Stephanie White had to play. For anyone that's joined late, here's what Stephanie White had to say about Jesus.
Did you say if Kaylin, if you planned on having her available tomorrow yet?
As of right now, but, so we'll see. I mean, as of right now, the plan is for her to be available tomorrow.
Steph, along those lines, how do you kind of grade what progress looks like for Caitlin? Obviously, probably depends on how she feels, but is she getting better?
Yeah, I mean, you have to ask her that. I mean, I think subjectively, it's how she feels. I think from our standpoint, it's how she looks, her endurance, her efficiency, how well she's moving. So again, it's collaborative. It's making sure we get her feedback, making sure that she's comfortable and confident. Getting feedback from the medical staff and then helping build. I mean, again, when you come back from injury, it's mentally, it's just as hard as it is physically, and helping continuing to build confidence.
Steph, been a while since we saw Seattle.
Okay, folks. So there you have it. She's listed for now to play. And here's an unpopular opinion. It's frustrating, but excuse me. I'm not too upset it's frustrating to watch, right? But when it comes to the minutes restriction, if this is entirely due to an injury, then yes, you have to preserve her. This is a long season. We have playoffs. And I mean, I don't think this is a roster that will win a championship. I'm being completely honest. Unless White Jesus have a game like she had tonight, every game in the playoffs, I don't see this being a championship roster, just being realistic. But we are going to preserve you right now so that we can have you in the playoffs. So I'm not too upset. It's frustrating, and this organization just isn't transparent. If that's the case, tell us. Let us know. But this day-to-day thing is obviously a scam. It's a scam. It's to make sure everyone don't clock out like an employee at 5 o'clock on a Friday. Okay, you know how fast you leave? You know how fast you leave an office on a Friday at 5 o'clock? I don't care about any emails. I don't care about anything outstanding. 5 o'clock. I'm out of here. Right? So I'm just not too mad at it. Shout out to Tyson. But I'm not too mad at it. What are you guys thinking? Nonetheless, to all the slows, to all the simps, to the beta males, to all the creators out there, I wouldn't give you the satisfaction of naming you, but people know who you are. Who flipped on Caitlin Clark? I'm not talking about Jason. To those who want to take the road of, well, Caitlin is this and this, hey, stay over there. Okay, we don't need you trying to rationalize your opinion. We don't need you trying to come back and say, I'm neutral. You know, I just want to, she had a good game and I'm neutral. No. Don't you do it. You're not strong and you don't stand for anything. You sway with the wind. Okay, but you can't sway back over here. And if you try, I'm going to call you out. You stay over there with Stephanie White is a great coach, and I don't understand why people are so upset. And people are mad at, and Caitlin Clark isn't this, and Caitlin Clark, hey, stay over there. Seriously, you have no identity. You have nothing to stand on. You just, there's one out there. I'm going to be honest. Can I be honest with you guys tonight? I think I've mentioned this before. But there's one out there that I am this close. But I'm trying to spare. I'm trying, folks. I'm hanging on. I'm trying because I know what it takes to put out content. I know what it takes to prep a show and things like that. And this stuff isn't easy, and I get it. I'm trying. And I'm holding on. But I'm about to fall off the cliff. Like that girl that they threw off that goddamn cliff. I'm about to fall off in a minute. One more. I'm this close. And one more. One more. There's one creator out there that I'm this close. This close. I love Venom. I love Fly Hippie. I love Rose. I love Ben Dance. I love KTV. I love all CDS. I love all of it. I shouldn't have got into this because now you got an answer. All right, moving on. All right. What are you guys thinking? The bungee jumper. Mm-hmm. I can't believe they threw that girl off that cliff with no rope. I was like, who? I can't believe they threw that woman off that cliff with no rope. You'd never do me like that, ever. Hey, what are we attached to here? You know, how does that happen? That's wild. That's the same way I'm going to jump off the cliff when I come after you. If I come after you, if you push me there, I'm going to come after you, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until I get bored. And I don't bluff. There's one out there that I'm this close to. I don't care. All right. Oh, Pope. Shout out to Pope. I love Pope. Angry Sports as well. They know I love them. Where did I put duck feet? Oh, I put on the wrong side. All right. I may need to move this picture over here so I can put duck feet up. So I'm going to put duck feet up here for now. How we feeling, folks? How we feeling? I love Ock Nation. I love Ock Nation as well. I love everybody. So I'm just going to end it there, folks. I don't want to get into the conversation about it. I shouldn't have said anything. I'll just end it there. I'll end it there. How we feeling, folks? Before I get into duck feet, how we feeling? Right now, Connecticut Sun and the Prisoners in Phoenix, disguised as a basketball team, they're at the half, 54-37. Those Prisoners are losing 37-54. Now, Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner and the rest of those Prisoners in the Phoenix Mercury, I think we need to give them some slack. I think we have to give them some slack because, to be fair, Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner, Kyle Copper, and the rest of that squad, they only get an hour of free time every day. So that means they can only practice for an hour a day. Okay? So they may not be as sharp as everyone else. They only get out in the yard for an hour. So that's why when they play other teams, they play so aggressive. They got to get that energy out. Especially Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas has to get that built up energy out. Okay, she has all that testosterone building up inside of her. Those women come out, they're ready to punch and swing. Okay, they're sleeping on bunk beds. They eat bologna sandwiches for breakfast. They're upset. So you know what I'm working on in life? Since my birthday, I am trying to be more compassionate, folks, and you will hear this in my commentary. I am more compassionate. I think I am going to be more sympathetic, empathetic, whatever the word is, the buzzword is. I'm going to be more compassionate and more understanding to these women. Okay? Who was in a car accident? Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a fan of Venom. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, best wishes. Oh, my goodness. Best wishes to you. Best wishes to you from the W360 show. All jokes aside and entertainment and all this aside. Prayers for a full recovery. I wasn't aware. How do y'all know this? He hasn't. Venom's done amazing. Yeah, I like Venom. I love Venom. Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. Prayers to him. Prayers to Venom. Venom reacts. If that's true, I'm really sorry to hear that. Best wishes to your recovery. I'll shoot him a message after the show as well. All right. Brandy 2183. All right. Chelsea Duck Feet Gray. Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray is probably she may be 6'1", 6'2". I don't know if she's that tall. 275 pounds. I'm joking, not that heavy, but professional athlete, has played at a high level for the last 15 years? Chelsea Gray has come forward, folks, and she got a mean message on social media. Okay? We need to stop everything. Chelsea Gray got a mean message. We need to call Al Sharpton. We need to call Ben. We got to call Big Ben. You know, Ben shows up where there's cameras, there's Ben. Where there's Ben, there's cameras. Where there's lights, there's Ben. Okay, we got to call Big Ben. We should call Dawn. I think Dawn should be called. Leave the white husband at home, though. Eric Ramos 6819. When I tell you, me and you are right here. I didn't want to say it because we're right here. I saw the same thing. I said the same thing, but I didn't want to say it out loud. You know, I keep that type of stuff in my group chat. I saw the same thing. Okay. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look in the chat and see what he said. I said the same thing. Chelsea Gray. I like fried shrimp, baked shrimp, sand shrimp, boiled shrimp, sauteed shrimp, raw shrimp, cooked shrimp, deveined shrimp, wild caught shrimp, I like Chelsea Duck Feet Gray. All right. She got the people talking. Chelsea Gray got the people talking. That's exactly what she wanted to do. The Indiana Fever played the Las Vegas Aces, and the Indiana Fever won. Okay? It was the point fraud, who is Chelsea Gray. This league has given Chelsea Gray the title of the point guard, right? And so since Caitlin Clark has came into this league, if you're on social media and you're in the know, a lot of people have been calling Chelsea Gray the point fraud. Okay? So if you think for 1 second that Chelsea Gray isn't aware of what's been said about her over the last few years, the last 3 years, that sports fans have started watching the WNBA and have said, Chelsea Gray is the point guard. How is she a point guard? She don't even lead the league in assists. How is she the point guard? This is what sports fans have said. We're not talking about the slows that go to WNBA games because they're looking for their hump partner. Because that's what it was. Okay? I'm just going to the game to figure out who I can hump tonight. No. Sports fans came into the league and looked at teams and was like, wait, this the best? This the point guard? She's fat! Shout out to her, though. Chelsea Gray has gotten in great shape from the year before last. Follow my channel, guys. This is nothing new that I've said. I used to say Chelsea Gray is round. She's out of shape, and she just wobbles up and down the court. This season, she has, gotten herself in better shape, along with Melissa Smith. I'll get to that. But Chelsea Gray, you're not the best point guard in this league, and that has been exposed. And I knew Chelsea Gray was going to pull. I knew she was going to do it. I felt it. I said she's going to pull a racism hoax because she knows that she has been exposed as the point fraud. Okay? That's what you are, Chelsea. That's what you are. All right, so let me explain. You guys know what happened, but I'll explain it for anyone that doesn't know. It's Chelsea Gray. Mind you, folks, this is exhausting. I'll be completely honest. If you are following me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at the W360 Show. Okay, my last account got hacked. Some of the slows hacked my last account. Probably the same slows that try to take my YouTube channel down. They got my Twitter. So follow my Twitter at the W360 Show. Okay, that's me. If you go down to Twitter, the pinned tweet is when I said the slows took my account. That's the account you want to follow. Do not follow any other accounts. I don't know who those people are. Okay, they're the slows. But I have said before said before that Chelsea Gray, she's good. She's good, but you're not the point guard of the WNBA. You don't even lead your league in assists. That's what point guards do. They pass the ball. They assist. You're not the point guard. That's what the media, your Chris Williamsons and your Tarikas and your Natalie Esquires and everybody like that, they gave you that title because they like you. That's what all of this was. It was just like everyone was friends and like, we're going to give you a friendship bracelet that says the point guard. The media did that for Chelsea Gray. So when real sports fans came to the league, they were like, no, she's not the point guard. No, she's slow. Her feet turn out when she run and her knees come in. Her feet turn out and her knees come in. Her feet turn out and her knees come in. It's an awful sighting. Go pull up her games. My God, you have to see it. You have to see it. Oh, God, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. You ever see anybody run like this? It's so hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny. Nonetheless, Chelsea Gray took to Twitter or social media and she put this up after they lost to the Indiana Fever, okay? Give me 1 second. When was there? Yep, Fever blew them out 109-75. All right. Somebody says she runs. Futuristic says she runs like Lizzo. That comment is so layered for me because Lizzo is so funny to me. All right, I'm sorry, guys. Let me get this out. Chelsea Gray posted a mean message she received after the game, okay? She put this on Instagram. She says, "This was the message I received after our game versus Indy yesterday. Somebody, random name here. You suck, ASS ugly, ASS N-word." Okay, and I know this made her very sad. Because she put here, she goes, "People act like we just make this shit up. And the audacity to tell us as athletes to shut up and dribble. To shut up and dribble." This is what Chelsea Gray posted after her game versus Indiana. I want to play what Chelsea had to say to the media after this. Let me play that first and then I'm going to react. And I Chelsea, I'm on to you. I'm on to you and I'm on to Asia. You guys see what she posted, and I want to play what she said to the media, and I want to come back and talk about it. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Took a screenshot of it so it couldn't be deleted. I think first person I sent it to was my wife, and then after that I actually group chatted.
She got a mean message on Instagram and said the first person I sent it to it was my wife. Why would you send this to your wife? Outside of, girl, look what somebody just sent to me and left it at that. Why would you send that to your wife and say, look what somebody said to me? I hope your wife divorced you. You sound weak. You too soft. Too soft. Anybody, a guy sent me something like that and said, look what somebody said to me on the internet. I would say, oh, God, you're soft. Are you upset?
Asia, Jackie, and Jewel about it.
Let's start it over. I'm going to stop
interrupting. Screenshot of it so it couldn't be deleted. I think first person I sent it to was my wife. And then after that, I actually group chatted Asia, Jackie, and Jewel about it. And it was the first one was like, post it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to. I'm just letting you guys know what I've been sent. I texted my agent, told him, and I decided to post it. I think that's where it starts, is actually sharing it and showing like what people are actually saying and not behind a screen or a tablet or phone, actually making it real so people can see it, they can't ignore it.
You shared it this time, but I'm assuming there's other times that you've gone through something like this. What made the difference in this time wanting to share?
Great question.
I don't know.
Great question. Great question. You shared it this time. I'm sure you've received messages like this before. What made you share it this time? Great question. Whoever you are that asked that, you get yourself a steak and a drink. You earned it. You earned it.
Actually making it real so people can see it, they can't ignore it.
You shared it this time, but I'm assuming there's other times that you've gone through something like this. What made the difference in this time wanting to share?
I don't know. Enough is kind of enough. It's not necessarily like, yeah, these messages are not the first of its kind.
Enough is enough. You know, look, she's talking about, well, I mean, this message here was the one that broke the back for you. This one.
There was other stuff too. I just decided to share that one. And also, it was just time. I got fed up with it, and I just decided to share it, and maybe I don't share the other ones.
Why not?
I know people.
Why not, Chelsea? Why not, Chelsea? Why you don't share the other ones? Why don't you share the other racist messages that you get? Why you don't share the other ones, Chelsea? Or why didn't you share the various messages that you get? I'll tell you why in a second. I'm going to let you finish talking, and then I'll tell you why in a second.
Think twice now.
We're just playing the game that we love.
Oh, God. I all right. So let's go back. So, guys, we just watched Chelsea cry. We just watched Chelsea Gray, Duck Feet Gray. Talk about why she shared the message. And I love the fact that the reporter asked her, well, why did you share this message now? I'm sure that you've received messages in the past. And she said, I don't know. I just felt like this was, the message that, that enough is enough. And I just think that, we have to. Chelsea, you, my dear, are full of shit. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. I'm going to answer the question for you. You shared that one message that you received because, one, you lost. You lost against White Jesus, the one guard in your league that threatens your given name. who has basically taken your given name, came in a trap and took over your trap. Okay? So you couldn't beat them on the court. So you said, I'll just say racism. That's what you did, Chelsea. That's what you did. Also, you went fishing for this. You went fishing for this, Chelsea. You went and screenshot it. If I was your age, she said I called my wife. I called my wife, and then I called my agent, and I let Jackie and Asia know, that this is the message I received. And Chelsea, just because you're talking in a soft voice doesn't make anything you're saying of value. Anything. Just because you're talking calm and in a soft voice, you're full of shit. You went searching for this message. On Instagram, you have to go to a general, primary. You can literally turn your DMs off to where you only receive DMs to people that you follow. You went searching for this, and this is a convenient time. This is a convenient time for you to post a message that you received. And I know people like to say, I don't condone that's to go without saying. I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't condone what that person sent to Chelsea. Hell. But this is a convenient time, Chelsea. What other messages do you get? You played terrible in the Olympics. You had 1 foot. And if you've been following me, W360 Nation, day one, people, I covered the Olympics. Remember when I was saying Chelsea Gray had no business being in the Olympics? She had 1 foot. She had 1 foot. Did you get any mean messages then? Why didn't you post any messages or mean messages then, Chelsea? Because you were stinky in the Olympics. And I remember talking about you in the Olympics. W360 Nation, please back me up in the chat. You don't have to if you don't remember. But if you remember during the Olympics when I said she stunk worse than the river in Paris, she was stinky. They put her on that team with a foot injury. Wasn't her ankle injured or something like that? She stunk. You didn't get any mean messages then, Chelsea? Were the racist not in your inbox then? No. And I guarantee you, if you guys had won this game, your duck feet ass wouldn't have had anything to say. But you conveniently posted this. You didn't send this to Jackie and Asia in your group chat and say, look what happened to me. And they said, we have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. I personally don't think Jackie has anything to do with this. I think Asia. was the one that told her to post it. Asia's not going to risk her shoe. She don't want the media around her while she's releasing her shoes. Nobody cares about Chelsea Gray. So Chelsea can put this out. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares about you. No one cares about your wife. No one cares about your baby. And that's what's bothering you all, because you can put out all these stories and posts, and my wife and I, we had a baby, we put it in a tube, and then it came out of her and all that, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's what you guys is real. That's the problem here. This is the problem. Chelsea, you've been wobbling up and down this court for years. For years. Here, I think Chelsea is full of shit. I think I've said this on the show before. They're all in on this together. Chelsea, this person that sent you this message, everyone has looked him up. This is a sports bettor. Everyone knows that people that gamble and bet on these games, and they bet their mortgage payments and they bet their life savings and stuff like that. I don't know how it works. When they don't get their parlays or their under bets or their over, whatever. When they don't get that stuff, these people go crazy. There should be some type of initiative to where they put you, since we have to put adults through training to learn how to ignore social media, put Chelsea Gray in a class and tell her, hey, when people send you mean messages, you have to ignore it. These people have problems. They're betting their mortgage money. They're betting their child support money. They're betting their light bill money. And then you went out there and you wobbled up and down the court and only scored 8 points. So you're going to have some maniac people come and say the darnest things to you. But you know what you should do, Chelsea Gray? You just ignore it, Chelsea. You play in the WNBA. You're a professional athlete. These are the things that come with being a professional athlete in America. Okay? People are going to say mean things to you. People are going to taunt you. People are going to call you names. People aren't going to like your game. They're not going to like the fact that you throw a behind the back pass to the person on the wing when it's not necessary. They're not going to like that. They're not going to like the faces that you make during the game. They're not going to like it. There's a 4K camera. There's a camera on you that shoots you in 4K and you make some faces. Some people aren't going to like it. And then you have people that are going to like you. Chelsea Gray. You have to be an adult and be able to handle this. And if you can't, go get some help. But the fact to put this out, and you knew what you were doing. You did this on purpose because you're jealous of Caitlin Clark because she is the point guard of the league. She led the lead in assists. She passed you. Chelsea Gray. Get tougher skin. I couldn't be your wife. If you sent me that and said, look what someone said to me, I would say, well, girl, block them. Just block them and keep moving. Keep scrolling. Who told you we should take this to the media? Asia, of course Asia did. Of course Asia did. Here's what Asia had to say. Here is what Asia had to say.
Took a screenshot of it so it couldn't be deleted. I think first person I said it to was my wife. And then after that, I actually group chatted Asia, Jackie, and Jewel about it. And
Jewel as well.
Posted. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to. I'm just letting you guys know what I've been sent. I texted my agent, told him, and I decided to post it. I think that's where it starts, is actually sharing it and showing like what people are actually saying and not behind a screen or a tablet or phone, actually making it real so people can see it, they can't ignore it.
You shared it this time, but I'm assuming there's other times that you've gone through something like this. What made the difference in this time wanting to share?
I don't know. Enough is kind of enough. It's not necessarily like, yeah, these messages are not the first of its kind. It's not. There was other stuff too. I just decided to share that one. And also, it was just it was just time. I got fed up with it, and I just decided to share it, and maybe I don't share the other ones.
Why not?
I know people would think twice.
Why not? Why don't you share the other ones, Chelsea?
Decided to share it, and maybe I don't share the other ones, but I know people would think twice now.
We're just playing the game.
So we know what we're dealing with.
I'm glad that Chelsea had an opportunity to speak, and it's just getting to a point where
share the other.
She said, I know people will think twice now. You see how delusional? You think because you posted this on Instagram, people are going to say now, they're going to think twice about tweeting you that you. Let's see what Asia had to say.
But I know people would think twice now.
we're just playing the game that we love, that we work so hard to do. But it's just a certain division that needs to be brought to everyone's attention and understanding that, no, this is something that's been going on. And it's just getting to a point where it's like, all right, now enough is enough. I think there's a larger.
Log off. Log off. If it's gotten to the point where you're like, enough is enough, this has just gotten to a point. Log off, Asia. This is no one in front of. Let me let her finish.
Conversation that needs to be had that is really above us, and I think that is the part that we really need to get to. So hopefully at All-Star we can have an opportunity and a conversation because at this time we something needs to change. It's actually disgusting. So I'm glad that Chelsea had an opportunity to speak up and had an opportunity to show that what we've been going through, and we're going to continue to go through until we have that conversation. So that's what we're going to do.
At All-Star, we're going to have a conversation, and I'm glad Chelsea spoke up, and we're going to speak up to the higher ups at All-Star, and you know, maybe hold on.
Just any of that behavior is not acceptable, and we need more companies to step up and do what Hilton did. You know, you're free to be a bigot and ignorant. You're also free to pay the consequences. And
I'd sue the hell out of Hilton. I'd sue the hell out of Hilton.
I think it's just a lot of times it's too easy to hide behind phones, and I'd rather people show up and be who you are so we know what we're dealing with, and go from there. But any kind of racist, homophobic comments, like we don't need you as fans, don't want you as fans, just move on. You're not accepted here.
Have you been in touch with the league about this, and if so, have they offered their support?
I've talked to, I think I just saw on my phone, there's maybe a couple messages, but not directly, no. Silence is just agreement, or sometimes silence is that you just don't want to ruffle feathers, but then you're...
She said silence is agreement, and silence you don't want to ruffle feathers. So she's talking about Caitlin. She didn't say Caitlin Clark's name. She's talking about Caitlin. We're going to talk about that as well.
Neglecting a certain population is actually getting affected by it. So it's in the ball is in their court. I've done my job. I will continue to do my job. My teammates will too. And it's all part of a bigger systemic racism issue and that's how it shows up for us as Black athletes.
I don't think people quite understand that. I think they see us in uniforms and think, oh, you're just supposed to deal with it. Go for it. Absolutely not. We're still human. We are women that walk this world every single day, trying our best to get to the next level. So it's heartbreaking to see those things happen, but it's also heartwarming when you have a franchise that's behind you 100%.
Obviously, there's a lot of eyeballs on what we do now.
Keyword now. Now.
But I'd rather shed light on cockroaches and let them scatter and get out.
Becky, you're the cockroach. You're the cockroach. You're the cockroach.
Old fans, new fans, there's just no place for it in women's basketball or in society in general. So, you know, it's unfortunate that our players are dealing with it on a very public platform. But
it's the WNBA. What are you talking about? It's unfortunate that our players deal with it on a public platform. You play on national TV. Am I tripping? Chat. I'm living in the upside down. I'm going to let her finish.
I'm really proud, like I said, of our organization's different players, Chelsea's courage to step up and say something. And then to know that, you know.
Her courage to step up and say something. She got a message on the internet. What do you mean her courage to step up and say something? She wasn't raped. She didn't speak out against some coach that... She got a mean message on the internet. What do you mean? I admire her courage to step up and say something. This is why women... Let me let her finish.
There's a lot of really great people and a lot more people that got your back, and companies that are going to do the right thing.
Oh, God. All of this is a mountain of bull crap. This is a mountain of bull crap, Chelsea Gray. Okay, you guys know it is. I think Chelsea, this is, I'm going to tell you who's behind this. And I know everyone's going to be like, what? No, what? Who's behind this entire thing? This is Dawn Staley. This is Dawn Staley. This is Dawn Staley. This is Dawn Staley. You hear me? The fact that they took one message that she screenshotted, she cropped the screenshot. She cropped the screenshot. Look at it. She cropped the screenshot. She didn't show any other screenshot. She cropped the screenshot and said after the Indiana game, this is so clear. Anybody with a working brain can see what's happening here. Anybody with a working brain can see what's happening here. Chelsea Gray, duck feet, who has been exposed and lost to Caitlin Clark, the white girl that came in this league and brought all these fans and all this accountability and all this. People want us to like score. They want us to score and play hard. We just want to hunt. Chelsea Gray. She's upset because her friend Alyssa Thomas was suspended for a game. Alyssa Thomas, who has a wife on the same team as her, and they have kids. Okay? Chelsea Gray and Alyssa Thomas used the same tubes to put their kids in. So they go out to lunch together and they take these kids that they like made with their wives out. So they take these kids out and they go and have dinner. And Chelsea Gray is upset that her Alyssa Thomas family with DeWanna Bonner, who's on her team, her wife is on her team, and Chelsea Gray and her wife, when they go on their vacations on their little boats, they're upset. They're upset because how in the hell does the league get this much press and nobody is talking about us? Chelsea Gray wants her and Alyssa Thomas to be the storylines of the league. We'll hear Shanae Ogwumike say there's so many beautiful storylines of the league, but Caitlin Clark, she's the one that hogs up the storylines. That's what she's upset about. And the fact, Asia, Civil Rights, Rosewood, Django, Roots, Wilson would tag on and say, we just work hard. We just want to work hard and play the game. Asia, did you come out and talk about the reverse racism that Sabrina Ionescu faced before Caitlin Clark got to the league? Your best friend, and you know that I'm right here, your best friend, when Sabrina Ionescu got her shoe, your best friend, and you have a few mouthpieces on the internet. You don't talk because you're smarter than that. You're not going to ruin your Nike deal and go on the internet and be reckless, but you send people to do so, including Don Staley and that washed up ass rapper Pliers. You send these people on the internet to speak for you. Before Caitlin Clark got to the league, guys, let me tell you guys something. Everybody that's listening, before Caitlin Clark got to the league and nobody really was tuned in to social media and things like that, I was on social media. I was in every forum. I was in every spaces and all of that. A'ja Wilson's best friend literally bullied. He led, I don't know what his pronouns are. I'm not exactly sure. That boy literally led a mob and ran Sabrina Ionescu off of social media simply because she got a shoe. Simply because she got a shoe. And the real WNBA people that's on social media know exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody came out and said anything then. A'ja, you didn't come out and say anything then about online harassment. Your best friend has harassed white players all over the years. And guess what? Tarika, you was in on it. Natalie Esquire was in on it. That beta male, Chris Williamson, was in on it. All of y'all were in on it. Y'all literally harassed white players for years. And I'm telling you, if somebody clipped this, what I'm saying, and put it out on Twitter, there will be people that come out and say, this is true. This is true. A'ja Wilson's camp has harassed white players for years. A'ja, respectfully, shut the hell up. Shut up. When they put that Sabrina Ionescu jersey in one of them sports stores out in Vegas, and it was a fat boy. I think he's a photographer. I can't think of his name. I just know he's fat. He went and took a picture of the Sabrina Ionescu jersey that was in, I think, the Las Vegas store. It was like, well, how does this white woman get a jersey in the store? How does this white woman get a jersey in the store? And they had a whole spaces about it. And Sabrina Ionescu responded and said, because my jersey is cute. And they went in so bad to where Sabrina Ionescu got off social media. They bullied her. A'ja Wilson was behind that. Nobody can. I wish Sabrina would come out and say something. That's my whole thing. I wish these players would just come out and say, actually, this has been going on. A'ja, nice of you to speak on what's been going on, because your friend was actually the leader of bullying players in the WNBA online. I was there. I was there. I'm not making this up. Somebody clipped this and put it on Twitter. I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. They bullied Sabrina Ionescu off of social media simply because her jersey was in a Las Vegas store. And A'ja Wilson, you got the nerve to bring your victimhood ass on the internet talking about enough is enough. Girl, your camp been bullying people for years. It's about time shit has been reversed. Nobody feeling sorry for you. Nobody feeling sorry for Chelsea Gray. Y'all been doing this, but when the rabbit got the gun, Now you want to scream, enough is enough. No, baby. The games are just starting. The games are just starting. Your head coach, talk about discrimination. Your head coach was sued for discriminating against a player that got pregnant. But Becky, you have some nerve to get in that camera looking 77 years old and say there's no room for discrimination and say there's no room for this in this league. You literally put a woman off your team for getting pregnant. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? These are the facts. De'Erica Hamby literally sued the Las Vegas Aces because Becky Hammon and that front office put her off the team because she got pregnant. Meanwhile, Kirsten Bell is still on the team with a beer gut. You want to talk about discussions? Let's sit down and talk. But let's start with your organization. Let's start Asia, Civil Rights, Rosewood, Django, Roots. All my life I had to fight Wilson. Why don't we start with your camp and your people first? I'm not going to name them. I'm not even going to give them the clout. But people in the social media world, because this is all this is about, is internet stuff. This is internet stuff. People know who I'm talking about. Why don't we start there, Asia? I try not to get so worked up. They love to say there's no room for discrimination in this league. There's no room for discrimination in this league. There's plenty of room for discrimination in this league. There's plenty of room as long as it's against the white players. As long as it's against the straight players. And please don't be right wing. It's over with. It's over with. If they're white, fine. Unless you're Paige Beckers. This stops. It's exhausting. Okay? It's exhausting. And what you're trying to do is exhaust all the real fans out the league. But I'm telling you right now, this stuff here stops. This has gone too far. Chelsea Gray, I can guarantee you've probably gotten some messages, here and there, but you're not a name. You're not a name in the league where people would take the time to go out of their way and just send you messages. I would love to see it. I would love Jason, anybody who has a bigger platform than mine, bring her on the show and tell her to show us all these messages that she gets. Chelsea Gray isn't getting a bunch of messages. Nobody is checking for Chelsea Gray like that. Nobody. They're not checking for her like that. She's not getting messages. People aren't even betting on her. And I say this respectfully because with all jokes aside, entertainment, show, everything aside, Bubba is a hell of a player. She is. She's a hell of a player. She's clutch. And she's an elite point guard. But Bubba, come on. Come on, Bubba. You're better than this. As soon as I saw this, guys, when I tell you, I looked and I was like, oh, God, here we go again. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. That plays another reason why you don't see me as much. I'm just being completely honest. It plays a part into why you don't see me as much. This stuff gets... Sometimes I log into social media and I see the commentary around the WNBA and I just say, I just log off. When I say I sign out, people be like, just log off. No, I sign out so I don't get any notifications. I do. And it's not debates. I could debate all day why Caitlin Clark-White is the face of the WNBA and why she's the best guard, 11th best guard, by the way, who had 45 and 10 tonight. I could debate that all day, but when we get into this stuff where Bubba gets in front of the camera and says, well, I received a message and then I sent it to Asia, Jackie, and I sent it to my wife and I sent it to my agent and, well, Chelsea, why didn't you post messages from the past? I don't know. I just feel like, this message here, the one after Indiana game, this message here was someone called me a ugly N-word. This was the straw that broke the camel's back for me, Never in my life has anyone called me an N-word. Ever. That's what broke the camel's back for me. Well, what did you think about them calling you ugly? Medical, thank you for tuning in. Other than that, also Asia tagged onto it because I think that at the end of the day, Asia wants the lead to over her and Bam. She wants the league to fawn over her and Bam, and it just doesn't sell. I know you wanted to. You tell them, hey, after the game, come and take my glasses off my face, and then we're going to look each other in the eyes, and then we're going to try to look cute, so that way the WNBA and everybody in America can like make us the WNBA and NBA couple, and that shit doesn't sell. No, like that's what Asia's problem is. I'm telling you what these women's problem is. That's what the problem is. Tell me I'm wrong. I challenge anyone to tell me I'm wrong. Asia is upset because her and Bam Ababababu isn't the Travis and Taylor of the WNBA. She wants that. Asia wants the stardom that Caitlyn has. So she's going to get to Caitlyn. She can't do it now because she has a shoe rollout. She can't do it now, but she'll do it through Kelsey. She'll try to take down Caitlyn through Angel. She'll try to take down Caitlyn through other players, through her minions on social media and in the media. Asia is upset. I'm telling y'all better hear me, man. I'm telling you, the stuff that I've told y'all in the past. How many times have I came back and said, I told you. I told you. I'm telling you why Asia is upset. She's working through Chelsea. She's working through Chelsea. And I know this for a fact. This show is for entertainment purposes only, and everything that I am saying tonight is for entertainment purposes only, and these are the opinions of my own. I am not presenting this as factual commentary. I've never Mm-hmm. 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 Enough is enough. Nobody stepped up and said enough was enough when Sophie Cunningham stalker was exposed. Nobody stepped up and said enough is enough when Caitlin Clark's stalker was exposed. Why? Nonetheless, Chelsea Gray, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. I'm not buying it. I'm not picking up what you're putting down, and it's not passing the sniff test. None of it. And the fact that the WNBA came behind, and I'm going to wrap this up, folks. I'm sorry, but a lot of people hit me and want to hear my opinion on this. So I want to let you guys know literally exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. Where we at? 148? We had 1 hour and 48 minutes. It's okay. It's okay. I want to let you guys know how I feel. I don't want to rush through this. The Aces, this is so exhausting. Aces says the Las Vegas Aces organization unequivocally condemns the hateful and racist messages recently directed at Chelsea Gray, blah, 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 blah. All right, guys, you guys can pause this and read it. I'm not going to read all this out loud, but they put out a statement, which, you know what? I envy. I kind of envy the Vegas organization. They're a good team. I've never said they were a bad team. I just said Kirsten Bell shouldn't be on that squad. The Las Vegas Aces is a well-constructed roster. That squad is impeccable. Almost, right? I don't know what Kirsten Bell is doing there, but I say that to say Why can't the Indiana Fever stand behind Caitlyn like this? Why can't the Indiana Fever stand behind their star like this? Why can't the Indiana Fever and Stephanie White come out and say, hey, we know that there's no room for this, but also we'd like to let you guys know all Caitlin Clark fan, this isn't Caitlin Clark fan base. Why don't y'all defend your player? It was proven that this person that sent that mean message to Chelsea Gray, he got fired from his Hilton hotel job. He'll probably go to the Marriott next or motel. Who knows? It's a hotel job, right? Why don't Indiana come out behind Caitlyn and say, hey, we want to be clear here. This fan was not associated with Caitlin Clark. This is a sports bettor. This is a person. Caitlin Clark fans do not align with this behavior. Why don't y'all stand up for her? Becky don't have a problem looking 77 years old and getting in the camera and saying, hey, we don't condone this. They stood up for Chelsea Gray. Why can't Indiana do that? Why don't Caitlyn have coaches, an agent? Hell, at this point, why don't her parents sit down? I'd like her parents to sit down with Joe Rogan. I'm gonna be honest. I would love her parents to sit down with Joe Rogan. Or go on Pat McAfee. You can go on Pat McAfee show. Somebody on behalf of Caitlyn or Caitlyn. This silence, now one thing I do agree with is this silence has gone on too long. And when I say the silence has gone on too long when it comes to Caitlyn, what I'm saying is it's allowing this narrative to spew all type of waves. I would love for either Caitlyn, either her dad, her agent, her Connor, her boyfriend, somebody go and sit down somewhere. Somebody go and sit down somewhere. This is getting out of control. These players are pushing the narrative. They're pushing the narrative. Now, we're just going to keep being quiet. We're just going to keep being quiet. So me, KTV, and everybody else, KTV, I hate when I start naming other shows because I lose track of everybody. Rose, Ben Daniels, Frank, Hippie, we're the only ones that's got to sit and yell at the camera and say, no, this not it. No, this not it. I need someone from Caitlyn's team to sit down with the guy that Kathy ghosted. Sit down with somebody. Stand up. It doesn't have to be Kathy. I would like her man to stand up and sit down with somebody. I would like them, and I would like for them to say, our fans aren't racist, our supporters aren't racist. We love them. We love how everyone is riding for us online. All of that. All of that. Stand up and say something. Well, what's the worst that can happen? You have a fan base that's going to ride. It's time. It's time. This stuff has gone too far. This stuff has gone too far. At this point, I am calling for her dad to say something. I'm calling for her boyfriend to say something. A man, one of her brothers to say something. I don't like the silence anymore. And when I say something, I say something against them and stand strong in it. Stand strong in it. seriously, stand up to them. They make money because you're here. I would tell. Seriously. This has gone on long enough. Phoenix lost to Connecticut 83-96. Those prisoners lost. So they have to go back into their cells. Hopefully they have Cheetos and soups. Seriously. So at this point, yes, I am also irritated with the silence. I want them to stand up. I want to ride with a family and a squad. I'm not for the whole where they go low, we go high. Hell no. No. When they go low, we take it to hell. We stand up. You don't get to just say what you want to say about me. That's what I would wish for. That's just me. Gino Auriemma is suffering from CTE. I think there's some signs of dementia there. There's some sign of old age there or something. But Gino Auriemma, he's literally at this point, we have to just look and say there's some CTE there. There's some CTE. I hope he signed off to have his brain examined. That's literally what's happening. I think it's so obvious that Gino Auriemma is upset that Paige isn't getting the recognition that Caitlin Clark gets. That's all it is. This is just CT. That's it. That's all. CC Tutu is the GOAT. Whatever she would say, it would never be enough. So, I agree with you. But there's a fine detail here in this whole thing, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not saying that Caitlin Clark has to come out and denounce racism and all of that. I'm not saying she has to speak on any of that anymore. She's done it. That has been done. She did it recently a couple of weeks ago. There's a slight difference in what I'm saying that I would wish she would do. I wish she would stand up for her fan base and stand behind them, us. And she doesn't have to do it necessarily. That's fine. Players speak through other people, right? You look at LeBron James. He has a person online, Cuffs, the legend. That's LeBron James' right-hand man. Cuffs do all the talking online. LeBron don't have to say anything. We need Caitlin to have a right-hand person that could speak and stand up for, you know what I mean? That's what I'm asking for. That's what I'm telling her to do. Defend your fan base. These narratives that are out here, that everyone is racist, her fans are racist, send somebody. Send an agent, a spokesperson. Aisha has one. Dolores. Aisha has one. LeBron has one. Big superstars, they have someone. Caitlin doesn't. Hell, Caitlin, listen. Hey, I'll say whatever you need me to say. I'll say every word. I say the, look, I'll do it. I don't care how many black people get mad at me. I'll do it. You, Clay, me. I'll do it. What you need me to say? Who you need me to call out? I know some secrets too. What you want to do? Let's play. Let's play. I'll play. I know you can't. You can't. It's millions of dollars on the table. I'll play. I'll play. I'll play all day. I'll play all day. This show here is from home. I don't have to ride to a studio or anything. I sit here all day. I sit here all day. I've been waiting. I sit here all day. We can share intel. What do you have? Oh, you know. Oh, I've been knew that, girl. Have you heard? Do you know this? No. This is facts. Seriously. Where we at? Uh-oh. I'm serious. Man, I want her and her team to step up and stand up for themselves. We're not doing any meetings about, we need to meet. But I want her and her team to say, hey, enough is enough. You're right. Enough is enough. Enough is enough from you all. What's up, Miss Fins? What's going on? Paige Beckers, Paige Dozel, Paige Sharpton, Paige Luther King, Paige Crump, has came forward because she felt it was necessary. Paige felt it was necessary. I don't know why. She said in a recent article, or it was cited in a recent article, that Paige said that the WNBA needs more black coaches. And she doesn't understand why black coaches, aren't allotted the opportunities in this league. And this league was built on black players. The backs. The backs of black players. She doesn't understand why this league was built on the back of black players, and that black players black coaches aren't allowed more positions in this league. Which is funny to me because Paige, listen, Paige, thank you. As a black woman, I am a black woman here in America. I don't consider myself a victim. I don't consider myself, oppressed or anything like that. I'm a black woman in America that's making it like everybody else. Right? Paige, since you care so much about how many black coaches are hired in the league and why black coaches don't have players or don't have positions in this league, you just got a new coach this year, right? Because your team sucked last year. You just got a new coach this year. Why didn't you advocate for a black coach? Why didn't you advocate for a black coach for your squad? You only had one advocate? So you didn't advocate for a black coach. You advocated for your girlfriend! Respectfully, Paige, I'd like for you to shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now! You shut your pie hole right now! Because if you truly cared about what you were saying, instead of kneeling down to the black women that's going to bend you over at All-Star Weekend, you would have advocated for a black coach when they were looking for another coach. But instead, you advocated for your partner. That's what you cared about. And that's all you care about. But let me get this little statement out there because I am pledging this is a humiliation ritual. This is a humiliation ritual. There is no way you're going to convince me that Paige Bueckers is not pledging for Omega Psi Phi. Paige is pledging. She's pledging a fraternity. I'm telling you now because I don't know what her pronouns are. But I'm telling you now, she is her. Paige got a probate coming up. My name is Paige. Yeah, I like to lay. Yeah, with different women. Yeah, in the WNBA. Yeah. I like to bump. Yeah, I like to hump. Yeah, I like to yeah, and get over. They say I'm Paige. Yeah, I like cornrows. Yeah, and if I don't, yeah, I'll come through the door. Yeah, for my black women. Yeah, I protect y'all. Yeah. And if I don't, yeah, I still will ball. Paige is pledging a fraternity. Paige is pledging a fraternity. I cannot wait until she wear her cornrows. This is going to be funny. Paige is pledging a fraternity. And the thing is, for her to come out and say that, that's fine, Paige. You have the majority of the league is black. I think we all know that. We all watch the games. We see it. We don't need you to keep saying it. We all know the majority of the league was built on black women. We get that. That's all who played in the league. And there were a few white women, but most of the women that played in the league was black. We get it. Majority of the NFL is black, ain't it? Majority of the NBA, well, I don't know what those men are. I think all of them are mixed now, but I say that to say you're not saying anything that we don't know. It's just a bunch of word salad. Word salad. Parasite lettuce. Okay? It's cringe. It's annoying. Paige, we get it. You love black women. We get it. We get it. Okay? All right? Damn. Sade. Seriously. God damn, girl. At this point, shit. We get it, Paige. You want to be black. You want to be black. Hey, Paige, you can take my hair. You want to be black so bad, take my hair. You can take my hair. I guarantee you. I've never seen someone that hate being white so bad. Paige, what happened to you? You're fine. Paige, you're fine. Knock it off. Knock it off, Paige. You're not fooling anyone, okay? All right. Oh, damn. I ain't bring her picture up here. I'm going to do it right quick. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. How we feeling, folks? How we feeling, folks? Who you think we going to next? Who you think we gonna rap on next, guys? Thank you, Laura Schaefer. We're good in this slow ass chat. Dang, CJ, could you make it any slower? I didn't make it slow. I don't know how to control the chat. Maybe Kelly probably slowed down the chat or the moderators. I didn't do anything to the chat. Or maybe it's just going that, I don't know. Sade, you're still here. We don't have much longer, folks. We don't have much longer. Here at the W360, we do not condone anyone losing their job, or we don't condone, negative news. We definitely don't condone bullying. I know you guys love to put that out there, that she incites bullying with her slow of the week. Oh, we're bringing back slow of the week soon, guys. I have one more thing I need to do to protect the segment. We're bringing back slow of the week. I didn't realize that it was going to do what it did on Twitter. So there is a certain way you have to protect segments like that to where, you know, people can't come out and say, she's inciting bullying, you know, and things like that. But we're right here to where we can bring back slow of the week. Just to give you guys some insights that keep asking. Or that ask. I'm sorry, not keep asking. I didn't mean it like that. That ask. I say that to say, Kelly said I didn't do anything. So they saying the chat slow, Kelly. The people saying the chat slow. Kennedy Carter was waived from the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, and I know this was probably like a week or two ago or something, but I want to touch on it on my show tonight because I just want to tell everyone, you know, that would tell me, Kennedy Carter, she's going to do well. She's going to do good. You know, I told y'all, I don't know which episode it was, but I told you all that Kennedy Carter was going to figure out a way to mess it up for herself. I told you! Kennedy Carter is an amazing player. She's an amazing player, but the damn girl is cuckoo. She can't even exist on the best team in the league, arguably. This organization goes out of their way to pay the players under the table, allegedly. The Las Vegas Aces allegedly go out of their way to pay y'all under the table to make sure y'all good. All of y'all are living nice. I mean, you guys are living incredibly, especially even the bench plate. Y'all live good out there, right? I know for a fact. But Kennedy Carter had it good in Vegas. But just like a crackhead, right? This is like letting a crackhead into your home and thinking that they're not going to steal your silverware. Seriously. What did you think was going to happen? You leave a lighter and $20 around a crackhead and you leave to go to work and come back home. You think that lighter and $20 is still going to be on that table? Kennedy Carter is a nutcase. I told people this. I tried to tell you, and I know people want to like have sympathy and empathy. I'm working on it. You knocked White Sheezes over because Angel Reese told you to. Allegedly. You ran up to her and said, bitch, and knocked her over. Then you tweeted on and said, I mean, what else does she have besides threes? So at this point, honestly, I wash my hands with y'all when you show your true colors. There are people out there that has more patience than me. They forgive and they forget. I don't. I leave that to God. I don't forgive and forget. I don't forgive or I don't forget. Okay? I don't have a lot of sympathy for Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter is a nutcase. Okay? She's a nutcase. You couldn't even make it on the Aces. Mind you, this is the most corrupt league or team in the league. And I think there are two things that happened here. Either Kennedy Carter wasn't getting along with people on the team, or Kennedy Carter got pregnant. what happened? One of two things happened. Either Kennedy Carter was fighting with someone on the team, probably with a teammate over some girl, or she got pregnant. Because it didn't come down to talent. There is no way this Vegas team is releasing players based on talent because Kirsten Bell is still there. Okay? Kirsten Bell is still on this squad, and nobody can tell you why. Kirsten Bell is out of shape. Kirsten Bell does nothing for that squad. Kirsten Bell knows where the bodies are buried. She's not effective on offense or defense. Kirsten Bell looks like she eat pig feet and drink beer for breakfast. She's out of shape and slow. Kirsten Bell has a seafood boil at halftime. Okay? Her pregame meal are chitlins and pig feet. She puts Coronas in her water bottle. So I say that to say, Kennedy Carter being waived has nothing to do with talent. This is all personal. This is all personal because if you're waiving Kennedy Carter based on, oh, we need more defensive presence or we need this and that, well, then explain Kirsten Bell. You can't. You can't. You can't explain that beer drinking woman. I know a beer drinking when I see one. I'm telling you, Kirsten Bell got that beer puffiness in her face. I know a beer drinker when I see one. I know a beer drinker. Kirsten Bell, she don't even drink IPAs. Kirsten Bell gets her beers from the 7-Eleven. You hear me? Kirsten Bell drink her beers from the 7-Eleven. And she eat a pack of noodles at night. Kirsten Bell. Now, look at Kirsten Bell and look at NaLyssa Smith. Now, I've given NaLyssa Smith a hard time on this channel. I have. Don't turn around, said Four Loko. Seriously, though, Kirsten Bell has a Four Loko body. I'm telling you, Kirsten Bell don't go and get quality liquor. Kirsten Bell go and get her beer from, Cat Lee. I just closed all three of my rings. She gonna get her beer, I'm telling you right now, from the Amico. Whatever them Indians in there selling, she drink it. You hear me? She didn't do anything in the off season, but as I was saying, NaLyssa Smith, I gave her a lot of flack on this channel. Maybe Rodney is watching her brother. You know, he loves to circle around on the internet and, you know. But clip this. None of this is personal, folks. If she turns around and does good, she looks good. I will say she was terrible in Indiana. It probably had, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that woman, but NaLyssa Smith looks good. Okay, she has trimmed down. She's in shape. And she had to. She's playing with Vegas. You can't go out there puffy and huffing and puffing up and down the court. You have to keep up with that squad. That's a top-notch squad in the league. So I applaud NaLyssa Smith. Shout out to her. She got herself in shape and she looks really good this season. She looks really good this season. She looks really good. Absolutely. I will say that none of this is personal. If anything, I'd be rooting for y'all. But NaLyssa Smith looks good. She's turned it around. She looks good on the court. She's reading the offense. She's making most of her shots. NaLyssa Smith she looks good. She looks good. Kirsten Bell looks like that she eats. Kirsten Bell looks terrible. So, yeah. That's where I stand with Kennedy Carter. But I really want to talk about this because I really want to tell y'all, W360 Nation. I told y'all she was going to find a way to mess this up. I knew it. There are people out here that find a way to mess up everything they touch. Remember what I said at the beginning of the show? You know that family member that call you and they always say, I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind, Nate. That's Kennedy. This is Kennedy. Kennedy Carter. Kennedy, I'm in a bind, Nate Carter. She's the F up. That's her. She's going to mess up everything she touch. Hopefully she can get some help. To wrap up here, folks, where we at? 2 hours. We got another game tomorrow. I might go live after the game tomorrow. Yeah, let's wrap up here. What we got? Actually, really quick. We still got some people here. All right. The Nubian White Princess, Sophie Cunningham, has a shoe. Okay. She has a shoe. It's dropping, what is this, next week? I'll buy a pair. I don't even like the shoe, but I'm still buying a pair. So to the haters and and everybody else say, why does she have a shoe? How can Coach Sophie Cunningham get a shoe? Why does she have a shoe? Because Sophie Cunningham brings money. She's attractive. She's entertaining. She's likable. She's everything you would want to see in a star. She never plays the victim. If anybody watched that episode, I should have brought it over here, where she told the media, where they were asking her, well, how do you feel about the online harassment? And she looked at everyone and she said, I don't know if y'all know, but I don't care. I don't care what anyone says about me on social media. That's my girl, Sophie. I can't wait to get your shoe. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to ask one of my good girlfriends, hey, how do I wear this shoe? I'm going to wear it. I'm supporting. I can't wait to buy your shoe. Sophie Cunningham gets it. And she's hot. Why wouldn't she have a shoe? Jamel jump off a hill. I think it was Jamel and I can't think of the other woman's name. Very It was another woman that was sitting with her on the podcast, and they were questioning, like, how did Sophie Cunningham get a shoe? I would beg to differ. If you would ask, how does Sophie Cunningham get a shoe? I would have said, how does Asia Wilson get a shoe? Let's play the 21 questions, baby. Because if we're keeping it funky, Sophie Cunningham has way more aura in her shoe release than Asia had in hers. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Slows. So to question how Sophie Cunningham gets a shoe who has way more clout than Asia when she got her shoe, I'd like for Jamel jump off a hill. I think, what's that woman's name? Carrie Champion? Carrie, you both can shut your pie hole. I think that was her, Carrie Champion. How dare you question one-on-one business and marketing? Why wouldn't she get a shoe? Look what she's doing. I mean, the freaking White House posted her point meme. She's the biggest meme right now on the internet. And for y'all to sit and say, there are so many other players that could get a shoe. Like who? Because according to y'all, if we left it up to y'all, y'all would give Kirsten Bell a shoe. We don't need y'all suggesting anything. It's the reason why your league failed. That's going to wrap up tonight's episode of W360. W360 Nation, I love you. I love you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, if you are not following me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at the W360 Show. And if you follow me on Twitter, let me know that you watched the show tonight so that I can retweet it and put it out there, and it can help get the show on in people's algorithm. You know, we got to grow the show, guys. I do a live show and I do a long form show. So of course, since I do a long form show, it makes it tougher for my platform to get out there. Not that it's not out there. My platform is out there. My voice is out there and my influence is out there. I see it all over the place. Right? But the numbers have to match the influence, folks. So I'm asking you to help me. Yes, this is a long form show, but if you can, tell a friend to make sure you subscribe to the W360 so we can get this show where it needs to be, so that way the show can get to where it needs to be. Happy Friday. Make sure you like and subscribe this episode. Follow me on Twitter at the W360 Show. Also, there's a game tomorrow. I might go live after the game tomorrow, folks. I might have to work tomorrow. I'm trying to do a show tomorrow. I'm trying to get on stage, but if not, I'll go live after the game. So just follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know, but I may be working tomorrow night. Your boys always shout you out, CJ. I love them, man. I love them. They know I love them. Those boys are crazy. I got to jump on KTV Live. Guys, go tell KTV. I got to jump on his live because I think him and Ben, they go live during the games. I've gone live with KTV before, but I got to jump on their lives on one of their shows. I love them, man. I love them. They crazy. I love Rhodes. I love Ben. I love CDS. I like all of them. Fly Hippie. I like Angry Sports Fan. I like those boys are crazy. KTV. Those boys are crazy. I hope one day we could all like meet up at like an all-star weekend or something and go like out for some steaks and drinks or something like that, you know. Other than that, folks, happy Friday. It's late. I love you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. I know it's late for some of y'all on y'all's side of town. I appreciate you staying up with me and rocking with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Until next episode. Peace and so grease. Hippie from ATL. From Atlanta. Oh God, I gotta DM him today. Hippie, hit my line. I didn't know you was from Atlanta. Hit my line, home team.
Now, what you need, make sure you got your phone on the phone. We're voting through June 28th. Go to WNBA.com/vote and get I love you, W360 Nation. Good